for Aaron. This is Michael from the 7-Step System to Pass the TOEFL IBT. Let's take a look at your comments here. You say, Dear Michael, my TOEFL IBT score was 59, reading 1 point, listening 12 points, speaking 22, writing 24. I thought I would pass, but I did not. I need to improve my reading and listening parts. But before I join your class, what can you offer me to improve both sections? I'm going to take the Toefl December. I need to take a 95 for my master's. Thank you. Wow, this is kind of interesting. You got 1 point out of 30 on the reading, but you got 24 points out of 30 in the writing. So you're a great writer. Your reading skills not so good. Speaking is also pretty good. You got 22 points out of 30 there. So what can I offer you? Think of my system not just as a TOEFL system itself, but I will help you get a higher TOEFL score, but I think how I can help you specifically in the reading and the listening sections is by these ideas. Think of this for a minute. First of all, my first step is vocabulary. So I think I can definitely help you in the reading and the listening because I can help you improve your vocabulary of both basic and academic English. And both of these types of words are tested during the reading and the listening sections of the test. So my vocabulary step, I have several lessons, including an ebook, which is 150 pages long. And during that vocabulary ebook, I have listening exercises, grammar exercises, vocabulary exercises, and reading exercises. I definitely can help you in those areas. Also, my vocabulary steps number 1 and 2, they specifically focus on how to understand vocabulary in the context of TOEFL reading passages. So my first step, it really hits you and helps you a lot, I think, in your vocabulary, in your reading, and even in your listening areas. For the listening area, I've set up a listening step, and during this I have a couple of videos that help you understand what's called natural speech, which is used during the TOEFL listening. And also I have another video set up that helps you with your note taking. Because to do well in the listening section, you need to learn how to be a good note taker, and I will show you those things. Also, I have about 18 different practice tests during my listening step that can give you some feedback as to how you're doing. Now, in addition to these two steps, I have another suggestion I want to give you right now, and this is actually free. This is not going to cost you any money at all. Take some time to watch movies, to listen to the radio, Aaron. And also, Aaron, it's important to read about 45 minutes a day. You should be reading longer books, not just TOEFL reading passages, but novels. And that gets you used to thinking in English and learning how to concentrate in English. And by reading extensively for about 45 minutes a day, you do this every day between now and December, you're going to have much faster reading speed and you'll have much better comprehension. So those are some tips that you should consider also. Now, specifically in the reading step, I have different lessons that focus on the TOEFL IBT question types during the reading. So you learn how to recognize the different kinds of questions and you learn the strategies for answering those different question types. So I've set that up also. So I think if you go through not just those steps I've mentioned, but if you go through my vocabulary, my pronunciation, remember during my pronunciation lessons, you also listen and read reading passages, and that's going to give you even more reading and listening instruction, right? So just some things to think about there. If you go through my grammar steps, you get more practice, you learn how to be a better writer, and how to use grammar within the context of your writing and speaking. You get to my reading, listening, speaking, and writing steps, and you also get some really, really good tips and lessons on how to do better in those areas. Now, most importantly, I can really help you during the speaking and the writing steps. You can actually take some practice tests, and I will score them. using the IBT rubrics that the human raters use to score your test. So I can help you in all of those areas. So a lot of students who use my service, they'll use it anywhere from 1 to 4 months. And depending on what your goal is to get 95. So you actually need a pretty high TOEFL score. So I think the main thing for you is in addition to using my service for however long you need to use it, you really need to sit down and start reading some books. If you're not doing that already, that's probably the single most important thing I can tell you right now based on the reading score that you're showing me here. Now, you put 1, but is that a mistake? Or is that 1, as in 1 point out of 30? I want to make sure I understand this correctly here, but keep practicing. Little by little, step by step, Aaron, you can definitely improve in your TOEFL score. The main thing is you already know what your goal is, you're motivated, and you have a really positive attitude, I think, to getting that goal. You just need a matter of practice. And a lot of students, they use me as their coach. As you're doing your TOEFL study, if you're using a TOEFL book or something, if a question comes up and you want to talk to me, you can certainly email me and ask me a question, or you can make a comment over at my website, and I'll be more than happy to address your question. Thank you for contacting me, Aaron, and good luck in your TOEFL preparation.